So I'm Sky, I'm 23, and I'm a photographer. Self-expression plays a lot in my creativity. I feel like my work is an embodiment of like who I am and what I do. My goal is to make sure that my work is identifiable. Like, I want people to be able to look at my work and know that it's me. Like, it's some artists out there that I'm like, I clearly know that they shot it, and I want people to know that I shot it. Like, I want my work to hold my identity in it. Uniqueness is very valuable. I have this project of my friend Miles. He's actually a director. It's like the Golden Boy series, and it was close-ups of him with his father's ring on, and it's my most like cohesive piece of work. And it's a set of 3, and I really love them. Yeah, I'm super proud of those. The love and support, I feel like in the communities and spaces that I'm in, so much love has been poured into me. There hasn't been like the sense of competition, which like we all need some fire up under us to like push us to keep going, but it hasn't been like we eating each other and pushing each other down and gatekeeping. And I really appreciate that love, because like by cultivating that love, it's been like a sense of support for me. What music I'm gonna play? Honestly, I always want to just set the vibe for my clients. I want to make sure that they are comfortable, so when they walk in, I'm like, oh, like, what music do you listen to? Like, what's gonna make you feel most comfortable? Because like a lot of the people that I shoot are not people who are like models. Like, these are people who are living their everyday lives and like want to feel special in that moment. So I want to make them feel as comfortable as possible, and music is a way that I know how to do that. Typically it's like R&B, hip hop, but depending on the client, sometimes we end up in like this gospel bag. And I've had a lot of clients like really enjoy that because it gives them like a sense of like comfort. But normally it's like R&B, Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill, good little neo soul type of vibes. I just want to be known for being myself and being a creative who gave back to the community. I'm from Detroit, and I feel like a lot of people feel like you have to leave the city in order to come up, and I don't think that that's true. I feel like there's so much life and like people and spirit in Detroit, and like this community for artists is huge, and I just want to be an artist that like continues to pour into the city that they're from. Everything from the music, the people, I feel like Detroit is one of its own, like it's one of a kind. Like people, this is such a sidebar. When I skate, people, I roller skate. When you go out of town to travel, like Detroit is known for skating. Detroit is known for the music. Detroit is known for like that hustle, that grind. Like, it's almost like, I seen some tweet, it was basically like, everybody, if you're from Detroit, you're basically a celebrity regardless of what you're doing. Because like when you travel, like that notoriety of being from the city is just there. And just the people, like I keep saying, like the love and the support. I've always felt love and support from the city I'm from. Like, I've never felt that like hatred that I know that some people have experienced. That's not to say it don't happen. I'm just saying, like, this is why I live it. It's no place like home. It's no place like Detroit. My family, I started shooting. Is that okay?
How's that going?
It's great. Okay, so things that keep me motivated. My family, I started shooting. It was a family business. My dad was a photographer for Motown for years back in the day, and he owned his own photography business called Sky Photography, which is the business name that I took after his passing. I've always wanted to just make him proud, and this is something that he taught me. He taught me and my cousins and my siblings the trade, so I just want to continue to push it forward. It's become something so different than like what he did initially, but I've kind of like taken Sky Photography and put my own spin on it, and I just feel like I love being able to keep his name out there, keep the family business going. It's just a beautiful thing for me. So yeah, my family. My photography style is a little bit of everything, and I'm trying to niche down right now. I'm falling in love with film and street photography and city photography. For a long time, I only did portraits of people, so I was doing like graduation pictures and birthday pictures. But recently, I've been doing a lot of like traveling, seeing new cities, and taking film pictures on my little point and shoot film camera of like things that I'm seeing. I'm also doing like portraits of people on film. So that is where I'm leaning towards right now. I really love it. I'm trying to really just showcase like one cities and like pretty much like black cities that are like majority black, because I feel like they're highlighted poorly. Like people always talk about like the violence and the dangers of going to those cities, but people don't highlight the beauties in those cities. So like I went to Philadelphia, I took pictures, and like people don't talk about Philly in a positive light. Or like in Detroit, like on 313 Day, I posted about all the film pictures that I've taken, and people really need to see the beauty in these cities and the people who are there, because like there's so many beautiful aspects of life there. Film is like, it's the surprise aspect almost. It's like, I see this through the viewfinder, like I see it through the screen, because there's no like, you don't get to click it and then like try again and try again. You take that picture and just pray that it looks right, that whatever you imagine this picture looking like is what is going to be developed. I also just think it's like a beautiful process. Like you can see the grain, like depending on which film you buy, like the colors are different, and like it's more of a challenge. Like I said, anybody could pick up a camera, but I feel like it's hard to be an artist, and like I want to be able to perfect my artistry, and I think film is allowing me to work on that and train my eye. I would tell them to reach out. I feel like something that haunted me when I was younger, and I'm only 23, so I'm still young, and it kind of haunts me to this day, is just asking people for help. Photography it's not hard to get into. Anybody can pick up a camera, anybody can buy a camera. But when you trying to get into these spaces and specific like niches, like sports or weddings or newborns, like there are things that you need to know about those specific like trades that if you don't know them, like there's no way to know what you don't know. So reaching out to people, I talk to a lot of older creatives. I even talk to younger creatives, because some of these kids are coming up and they're coming up fast and they're cold. Like they got their own studios, and it's just like a beautiful thing to see. But I think reaching out and asking people for help and just like shooting your shot on a business aspect, like, hey, I'm interested in learning how to do this. Can I come shadow you? I'm interested in knowing how to set up a price list or price myself to sell prints. How would you go about that? So that's been very beneficial for me. There have been times when I've done like passion projects that like I've gotten frustrated because it didn't turn out like how I thought I wanted it to. Sometimes I just have to take a break. Like you have to sit down. Like I feel like with social media, people feel like they have to continue to push content, and that's something that I have even done. And emotionally, like I just don't feel like that's healthy. Like realistically, art takes time. People don't rush. Painters, people don't say that they need to paint every single day and produce this grandiose like piece of art in a day. So why do we do that to ourselves as photographers? That's another reason why I like film, because you can't rush the process of film. Like you have to take your time. You have to, if you don't know how to develop, you have to take it to somebody, and then you're on their time. Like, and like when I'm happier, I just feel like my artwork really shows it. Like when I love the project that I'm doing, I think you can see the love in the pictures. When it's something that I'm not super passionate about, one, I'm not posting it, and two, like it just looks like a picture, like anybody can pick up a camera. I keep saying that, but like I really do mean that. To be successful, honestly, well, I'm Christian, so I live my life for God. To be successful is to live life according to His plan for me, whatever that may be. So I know a lot of people say like, oh, I have to touch $1 million, I gotta touch this, I gotta do that. I just want to live the life that God has set out for me, whatever that may be. I'm 23. I say this all the time. I'm also a PhD student, so I'm working to be a doctor, and you know, that is success. But at the same time, like literally my success is whatever the plan is. And we don't always know the plan, like we're humans. Life has its ups and downs, its changes, and I'm just gonna ride this wave and live my life to the fullest, honestly. But I hope that answers your question.
Thank